2 days ago, I went to my 10-year high school reunion, which was scary, and I wasn't going to go, but a friend from out of town messaged me and said he was going, so I'm glad he did, and I'm glad that I went, but where did those 10 years go? I feel like I was in high school 5 years ago. So time's like traveling faster the older I get. I feel like I'm getting older faster. Oh, man. Enjoy the episode.
It's flavor of the month, but I gotta talk about Pokemon Go. It's the new big thing, I guess, according to the world. Mm-hmm. And I think as of like recently, maybe today, maybe before today, it had surpassed active Twitter users.
Jeez.
Like there are more people using Pokemon Go than Twitter. And before that, it had surpassed Tinder. And it's slowly becoming just, so everybody actually, moment of truth, James, can you walk through the poll?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Oh, the bird people. They're freaky.
So for this dungeon, I think what we should do is, before the final boss, pop one of your big potions, and then we'll immediately come back in and do it again.
Cool.
And then see if we can get to the final boss the second time.
Should I pop a small potion right now?
Yeah, go ahead and keep the small potion like perma pop.
This is the excess potion of accelerated learning.
It's the whatever one gives you like 20%.
Requires level 91.
Yep, that's the one you want.
So,
Got it.
and like really, have any of you installed Pokemon Go, or am I the only one?
No.
A lot of people at my work have been playing it, and I wasn't gonna get it. I got it yesterday for about half an hour before I just made the decision. I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to do this, because I felt like I would need to go out of my way a lot. Like it's trying to get me to go places.
Thank you.
But it has definitely like taken over. Like everyone has gotten it, and there've been countless stories in the news about the kind of things that it's gotten people into, for better or for worse. Like it's getting people out of the house, but it's also they had this thing in St. Louis where people were setting up beacons for stores. So Pokemon Go players would like show up into empty parking lots, and then they just get robbed.
Wow.
So it's definitely really interesting, like how it's taken over so quick, and the different uses and things that are being found out about this new game.
I don't know. It's like I was walking downtown the other day. You can do this thing where you set up a lure.
That's what it is.
And it makes it so that more Pokemon will go to that spot for everybody next to that spot for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And there is this place downtown. You can only set up lures at Pokestops.
Right.
And those are like locations throughout the world that are deemed as being significant. So like, for example, the Upfront Theater is actually a Pokestop.
Wow.
But there are 3 stops really close to each other. There's like El Capitan's and Fiamma Burger and Mallard are like all Pokestops.
Of course they
And
are.
if you stand in between all of them and lure all 3 of them, then it's like being in a triple lure. So there was like this group of like 20 people downtown the other night that were all just continuously luring those 3 spots. And it's just this horde of people hanging out, catching Pokemon outside.
Wow.
I just like stumbled into them and they were like, "You play Pokemon Go?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Hang out with us." So it's just like free friends anywhere. If anybody doesn't have any friends and you want some and you don't really care what they're like.
That last part seems...
Yeah.
That seems like a nice upside, but all I can think about are the downsides. Like, I know that people are going to do it in the car.
Oh, yeah, there's
I
already
would-
stories of that.
I would love to not get hit by a car, especially by someone playing a fucking
Pokemon Go.
game. Like, it's like, geez, pay attention to what you're doing. I know people have already, like, gotten hit by cars and died because they run out into traffic. It's like, this kind of technology is great, but a lot of people are really stupid. So it's just kind of like a double-edged sword, and I would rather not be impacted by that stupidity. So I'm kind of afraid for like until the die down happens, because it's sort of peaking right now. But
what's also interesting is that oh gosh, the wind is what am I saying? because so many people are downloading it and playing it, we get like the extremes really quickly of like bad things happening, because it's like,
Yeah.
well, if you know millions of people are playing it, then at least somebody's gonna like
Statistically.
like die or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But there's true some cool things have happened though too, like people discovering. I don't know if this is cool to a lot of people, but maybe I like the justice idea of it because I watch a lot of Law and Order. But people have found dead bodies and stuff by walking around.
Speaking of
So
dead
it's like-
bodies.
Yeah, so they get to like, help solve that mystery on accident. So that's pretty cool.
Well, I know for me, it's like I like basically have no regard for like
Oops.
this being healthy and going outside, but Pokemon Go has like made me want to go outside. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's the cool part of it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So- There's a oh yeah.
For
in the
who?
hood. For a caster. Just see if yours is 600 or not.
Yeah, I'm 600 out of 621.
Oh, I mean like that, your specific head item level, because if that's an upgrade, then it's an upgrade. If that's good, then it is. It's bad, then it is. There's one funny point of contention or bone of contention in Pokemon Go, and it's when you get to level 5, you get to pick a team, and there's 3 teams, and the internet is like up in arms about what the best team is. And it's so funny because it's like the most arbitrary thing in the world. It's literally just a color. Like
What are the colors though?
the colors are yellow, blue, and red.
What? I
And-
picked green in my head beforehand.
And yellow is Team Valor, or yellow is Team Instinct, blue is Team Mystic, and red is Team Valor. And they're also sort of emblemized by the trio of legendary birds, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Like each one is associated with that
Oh,
bird.
cool.
But they confer no real gameplay differences, except that if somebody takes over a gym, it's like better if they're the same color that your team is as you, because then you can like help them out at the gym. And if they're an enemy color, then you can like take over the gym or try to take it over. But yeah, so I'm the red team. I'm Team Valor, and it's just hilarious how many like memes and weird internet arguments there are about what team is the best and what team sucks.
Is there a team that you think sucks?
Well, I don't think that any of them suck. I really honestly think it's just like pick the one that you like the most, and like why not pick the one you like the most, right? I will say that most of my friends, probably over half of my friends, are Team Mystic. So that's made me like sad, because I actually don't know anybody that's Team Valor that I'm buddies with, and that big meetup that was happening outside,
Yeah.
out of like the 20 people, there was only one other Team Valor person.
So it's unique.
Do people pick based on their first Pokemon game, like red, blue, or yellow?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that could be a choice, a way to choose. I also know that Pokemon Go is made by the same company that made the game Ingress, which it's like a really similar game, and Ingress had the colored teams, and so a lot of people who are coming as fans of Ingress are making their decision based on what their favorite Ingress team was. Yeah, we might want to wait for heals before we go on. So, and I think that Blue was like the most popular team in Ingress. But Blue is also really cool. Like Mystic, that's a pretty cool concept compared to like Instinct and Valor. Like Magic compared to just being a regular person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Alright.
have one of those
That's-
smart ones yet?
I do. It's kind of a revolutionary idea as far as games go, which is really cool. But I'm still just really bitter about the negative possibilities that it could have for me. So I'm just very
Right.
selfish about it.
Yeah, like you're more likely to die because it exists.
Yeah. Or like I've already had it happen where like I'm trying to bike on the sidewalk and someone is just not fucking paying attention. And then
Yeah.
I have to like sit there and wait for them to look up for their phone. Like they don't even listen to the bike bell. Like just like, hey, I'm right here. Can you move? I'm trying to kind of in a hurry. Can you move? Move! It's like, jeez. Ugh.
So I think this guy's gonna throw a shield at some point,